Good morning. I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Welcome if you're watching the replay. Come along live sometime. I go live at 7 a.m. Bangkok time. It's actually a few minutes to right now. So as usual, I'm going to pull cards for the collective and also offer mini reads. If you want one of those, you can donate via the super chat or the super sticker, or there's a PayPal link in that pinned comment as well when we're on live. So if you don't donate when we're live, if you've got a certain question for your higher self, you can put a Q in front of the comment. That would be great. Then I can find it really easily amongst all of the comments. Or you can just have a general reading if you want from your higher self. So who have we got on today? Who's with us today? Hey Linda. How is everyone this morning? Are you good? I'm good. Had a good weekend. Had a fun weekend this weekend. Hey Kelly. Got to put my ring on. Get my ring. It feels odd without it on. I don't know why. Hi Maria. Hi Sally. There it is. I think maybe because I'm wearing bracelets, and usually when I wear bracelets, I wear them at the same time. How is everyone this morning? Are you good? Or tonight? Or this afternoon? Hi Jennifer. Oh, got a flipper. Oh, we had that last time. The Sentinel. Hi Arabella. Hi Timothy. Hi Tanya. So let's get some cards out. I listened to the daily shortly after it was published because I woke up in the middle of the night, and that publishes in the middle of the night for me. But I can't remember what it was about. Oh wow, 2 nights without sleep. Eek. I've been sleeping so good. Waiting for a snowstorm, wow. So let's get a card out for everybody today. I had a fun weekend this weekend, it was great. A little bit of work, a whole lot of fun. We're back at work again today. Jennifer, I think I recognise your name from maybe Deeper Dives or something. So what do you all think of the pick a card read this time? Whereas how they're feeling about you? It sometimes melds into what's going on for them. Terrible sleeper, Sally, yeah? Yeah, an overthinker. Hey Nina. I didn't have time to read all of your posts, Timothy. I started reading it in post in our group. If anyone's not in our group, come along to our Facebook group. It's called Psychic Cafe, No Muggles Allowed. Love to see you in there. But yeah, Tim, I didn't have time to read it all. I started reading it, but then I had stuff to do this morning before this started. Yeah, good luck sleeping. Time to restore. Yep. Back to normal. Sleepy day. Maybe. Doesn't want to focus. It wants to focus on something else instead. Come on, focus camera. Otherwise I'll have to restart it. I think I'm going to have to restart it. Sometimes it just doesn't focus. It seems to be focused all right on the stuff on the table. I'm tempted to get flour. Hey, April. I'm going to start the camera again so that we've got some focus. Can't reach the icon again. There it is. Chickens here. Okay. Pick flower. Time to restore. There we go. Time to restore focus. What's up, chicken? There are times to be active and to walk into the day and be present and a part of all that is, but this is not that time. Hey, Christine. This is not that time, for coming to you now is the dragon of the night, the one that shares the energy of rest and recuperation with all the denizens of the Kaczan realm. All my cards have arrived, my new decks have arrived. They're at the Muay Thai for some reason. I put the address here, but they've taken them to Muay Thai, so I've been having a break from training because of my injuries. Maybe go back this afternoon. I need to go and get my cards before then because I want them. For all other kitsune who walk by night, who intertwine with your dreams and teach and explore, there are those who must truly allow themselves to be at rest, without resistance, once the stars reach the highest point. And the time is here for you now. Resting? I'm not just getting resting. I'm getting more like a reset kind of thing. I mean, for me, it's not so much resting as what resting and having fun all weekend. And today, that time to restore would be time to get back at it, back in the normal flow of things. Hey, Jen. I was talking about you yesterday, Jen. Who was talking about you? Nothing much. Just about you coming back. Talking about who he'd tattooed. Didn't do the deep dive. Chicken's all wanting cuddles. She doesn't like cuddles like this, though. Car's telling you to sleep. I slept so much. I had a bizarre occurrence. I woke up in what I thought was the middle of the night yesterday. I would have sworn it would be about 3 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock, because it felt like I'd been asleep for about an hour or two. It wasn't, it was 7 a.m. Like, wow, where did the night go to? It's so strange. Ears are burning. Oh, yeah. Big yellow flower. Yeah, the flowers are pretty magnificent. I mean, yeah, maybe my flowers are too good. I need some more magnificent crystals and a new shell. Yeah, who's gonna get me a new shell? Um, because the flowers are very tempting at the moment, just because they're so beautiful. Huge flowers off the trees here. We've got a card out already. New directions. Oh, what a beautiful card. Yeah, so my time to restore started yesterday. Well, yesterday afternoon I did a bit of work, but then getting back to normal life again. New directions. I really love the artwork and the color on this card. New directions. Departure, new perspectives, goodbyes. A dandelion is an airship traveling through the sky with a top hat as the basket. These men are flying away, and one man jumps out of the basket and sails off on a flying dandelion seed. Oh, there he goes. It takes him far away while other men wave goodbye and wish him well. This story illustrates endings and departures that are necessary to gain new perspectives in life. It takes courage to change directions and abandon old habits, but if you're bold enough, you can fly towards something new, a dream, a place, even yourself. Interesting, because it was that time to restore I was getting from that, time to get back to normal patterns, but maybe it's time to move on too. And interesting, because my personal cards today are about completion and releasing guilt, so let things that are over be over instead of keeping them in my mind and feeling guilty about it. Just let it be over and move forward. I mean, I've been getting the right guidance, obviously. So I headed in new directions now. I've got to, you see, how often does that happen? When you're heading in a new direction, you detach from people and things. How often do they just wave you farewell? Not very often. People tend to cling, don't they? Instead of wishing you well, saying, "Oh, good luck in your new endeavours. I'm so glad that you're doing well. I'm so glad you're doing this and that now." They don't. In my experience, they tend to cling. Maybe that's just me. Very rare that people will wish me well like that, like this. Takes him far away while other men wave goodbye and wish him well. People don't tend to do that in my life. I think people get a lot of energy from me, and when I move on, they take it really badly. I think I probably feed energy to too many people, is what it is. This deck is the Oracle of Mystical Moments by Kaczan. It's beautiful, isn't it? Very unusual. I like to pick unusual decks. I troll through Lazada every now and then and find the unusual ones. I've got two more have arrived today, and a tarot deck as well, which was super expensive, but it's kind of rare, and so I wanted to get that one. There's another kind of rare, super expensive tarot deck I want to get as well, which is amazingly beautiful. One with the new directions, yeah. Let's get a goddess out. Oh, you can't see my flowers on the table. It's behind the door. Thing, the middle of the door. Renewal. You're clinging and struggle to let go. Obsessed with people. Oh, okay. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of people like that. I don't know, I guess I just keep myself so busy doing things for myself, doing things for my business, things like that, that I'm less focused on the people. I'm kind of very happy by myself. So I'm not one of those people that always has to have people around them. In fact, sometimes the opposite, because I do feel those energy. I do feel myself giving the energy out. There are very few people that give me energy. There are some though. Si Wang Mu renewal. She keeps on coming out, doesn't she? Goddess Si Wang Mu shares her secret elixir for eternal life and renewal with you. Take this chance to either start over or put extra effort into what you're focused on. Wow. Wow. Time to restore, new directions, renewal. There's a whole lot of new in this, isn't there? I feel it coming. I feel that change coming. I feel it coming. For me, personally. I mean, and my guides have been telling me to get ready for it. I should probably get ready for it a little bit more. I mean, there's other things that I can do to get ready for the changes that I know are coming. But our ferries are starting again on Wednesday, which makes it possible for people to come to the island again. Now, somebody I know had a fight, not last night, the night before, on the 23rd. Hopefully, it still went on with the COVID stuff. There were some fights still going on, so hopefully he won, which means he won some money. And let's see. It'd be great if he did. Get back on track again after losing earnings with all the COVID stuff for a very long time. Been trying to stay walked away and got sucked in by a text today. Oh wow. Gaslighting. Triggered. Maybe a trigger on Timothy. Mm. Not sure if Samui Airport is open. Samui. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not going anywhere. He wants me to go to the mainland again because he's going to go. He's going to go back for 1 month, do some building work at his farm, and then come back here, bringing his tools back next time because he's got some stuff to do here, which he can't do at the moment because he's not got his tools. They trigger each other. Yeah. Soulmates. Look at this. Wow. Talk about time to move on. This renewal, new direction, 10 of Swords. Time to move on. Endings. Can be painful endings. We don't have to make it painful though. Can be painful endings. Or people could wave and say, have fun. Good luck. And it's about the way that we think about it too. We can cling as well. We can cling on to the past. And it's probably what we're doing is clinging on to the past with all of this. Time to restore and renewal and new directions. It's telling us to let go, isn't it? Thank you, Sally. What does your higher self want you to know about Kay? Let's find out. And we got the Chariot, so it's fast forward. It's taking the reins of your life and going toward what it is that you want now. Two powerful cards there. Endings. New beginnings, like with a direction, with a purpose. Going toward what you want. So if you felt that life is kind of a little bit stagnant and it's not been doing much and you've just been waiting, it's got time to get moving forward toward what it is that you want now. Feels like big change to me. Flying into Champagne is brutal. Is it? Bangkok to Samui. Yeah, Samui Airports is good. And yeah, they will be running the ferries between Samui and here, but they're not. It's not all of the ferries. It's just a few, so the schedule is kind of weird. Because people were saying, well, if they go to Samui to go to immigration, they're going to have to spend a couple of days there because of the infrequency of the ferries to get back. I haven't looked at the schedule because I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here until all of this mayhem is finished. Okay, Sally. Thanks for your donation. What does the higher self want me to know about Kay? Okay. Kay, about Kay. Guidance and allow. I feel a push-pull energy from you, Sally, about Kay. And this is saying, like, allow, be willing. But a push-pull. But you're being guided to allow, so less of the push and more of the pull. Not really pull, but allow, you know? Just let it be what it is. A willingness to fulfill yourself. Yeah, a willingness to fulfill yourself. Sometimes we shouldn't focus on other people, right? Because they're going through whatever it is that they're going through. And when we focus on them, especially if there's this something in avoidance, this openness and then avoidance. It's probably a better way of putting it than push-pull. Push-pull is a little bit more active, isn't it? But yeah, openness and then avoidance. And it's like be open but focus on yourself. It seems that there's a bit of trouble going on with Kay right now. That's what I'm picking up on. So yeah, be open. Your guidance is to be open, but focus on your own stuff rather than theirs, because when we take our focus off other people as well, it actually helps them. Hey, Marge. Every time you see the Chariot, Deepto, it's telling me you're not doing enough. Oh, never that you're in it. Get in the Chariot. Take control. Okay. Hmm. Morning, Deepta. Mm. So no training for me this morning. I'm going to be making videos today, the dailies for next week. I will, after that, I'll be getting my new cards and playing around with those. Maybe I'll go training this afternoon. I don't know. More tarot for everybody. The Knight of Voices. This is another fast one. It's kind of similar energy to the Chariot in a way, but because we've got Pegasus here flying towards something, not just galloping horse, it's flying as well. But this one is all about the truth, going toward your truth. Yeah, got so much going on, I've stepped away. Absolutely the right decision. Yeah, when that guidance card comes out, it always tells me you've already had this guidance. You know what I mean? Whenever I see the guidance card, that's your higher self telling me you've had the guidance already. So I'm just telling you it's okay, right? Backing it up, backing your higher self up. Morning, Suzanne. Not too late. See you, Jan. Narrative voices. What am I getting from this? Yeah, our own truth. We've got to get on track with our own truth now. Living our own lives for ourselves, moving forward on it. Interesting, the sun is clouds here, rising above it, taking flight, very much getting going now, isn't it? This energy. But it's on the voices, it's on our thoughts, it's on our own truth, it's on our truths. Focusing on ourselves and moving forward on our own truth. Thanks, Christine. Feeling frightened. Mr. Christine. Is the frightened child you? Yeah, this is interesting. So you've got better feeling thoughts, Christine, and brilliant. And I just saw this image of you as a kid. Yes, it's you. But it was when you were about to shine. It was when you were about to do something really good. And maybe there was something that went wrong. Maybe you were doing something on stage, showing people something, and then something went wrong. I don't know, just a minor detail or something, but it didn't work out. And then you started feeling bad about yourself. There's a reluctance to shine here, a fear about it. Whenever you're headed towards something really good or doing something really good, this fear kicks in. Your ego reminds you about that time when you were a kid and something went wrong. You took it very personally, apparently. You thought it was you that made that thing go wrong, but it wasn't. It's just something, I don't know, like going on stage and the curtain falling down or something. And then you're always fearing taking that limelight. It's something like that. So better feeling thoughts. It's time to listen to your thoughts because it feels, Christine, to me like you're being triggered by good times, by something good coming along. And so you might have a reluctance to head towards something good and to shining. You might choose not worrying on my laptop, which is not a good sign that working. Maybe it's back. Morning, Gabe. It could be back now. There's such a delay that it's hard to know because you give me feedback after. Comments are coming through anyway. What's the cat doing? She's going to catch something. It's outside though, she's not catching it. Looks like it's back to me. I can see it on my phone. Okay, I will make another coffee, but maybe not yet. Yeah, it's back. Okay, let's get some more tarot out then for everybody's. My new bikinis arrived yesterday. That was exciting. They're size small from China. Small Chinese. That's what size I am now. I'm a small Chinese person. They're really cute. Thank you. What's she got? What you catching, chicken? She's got it anyway, whatever it was. Fly. She's eating it. She eats mosquitoes for me as well, which is nice. And this cat's outside fighting. It's all going on here. What was it saying? I was just saying something. Oh yeah. I wanted to have a look. Thank you to Jennifer. And thank you to April for your PayPal donations. You had a question, April? Okay, let's show you this card first from the tarot for everybody, and then we'll do Jennifer. It's the Six of Cups. It's the soulmate card. She's sat there reminiscing. Look at all the pictures on the wall and stuff. She's got a picture there and she's looking at someone. She's looking at a soulmate. Twin flame reminiscing. She's got flowers in her cups. Things are growing. Lots of flowers everywhere. It's blooming. It's beginning to bloom. And she's got a picture of a baby. It looks like a gingerbread man baby on a wall. There's a person there with his suit on, maybe on the wedding day. I'm just getting a lot of blooms. Things are blooming now. But she's got an empty cup in front of her with no blooms in it. Ah, the blooms are on the table. So they've got growth here. And it's to do with relationships. There's growth happening. Things are moving. There's a lot of movement, isn't there? We've got a lot of movement and ending. And then moving towards something new, taking the reins, taking flight toward your truth. And things have started to move on the twin flame, on the soulmate front. Wow. Very good energies today in the cards. Oh no, what have I opened that for? I clicked the wrong thing. Let's get rid of that. No, I don't want that. Go away. Okay, Jennifer. Jennifer, thanks for your donation. Best friend or more? Best friend or more? Best friend. Okay. Yeah. Maybe a parting of ways here. You're starting something and you've got the initiate card here. Camera's behind. I can't see my cards. Release guilt and initiate. So yeah, it feels like paths diverging now from your best friend, and release guilt. I mean, that's what these tarot cards are about too. Endings, moving forward. Like I said with this, I don't know if is your best friend wishing you merry ways, have a good time when you're there, or are they trying to cling on to you? You know, releasing guilt for initiating something new. It's pretty much the same as my cards. I've got release guilt and completion. Yeah, so you're setting out on a new path. Hi, Heather. Setting out on a new path, paths diverge, and that always happens, right? We can wish that we could like come together and move on our paths in the same direction alongside each other, but reality is that we're all going all kinds of different ways, and sometimes those paths diverge, and then sometimes we're going off in another way, and that's okay. It's okay to do that. That's life. Unless we're stagnant, you know, and who wants to be stagnant? Trouble is, when you're around stagnant people, right? When you're friends with stagnant people, they want you to stay there too. That's when they don't wish you well when you're moving on. So keep going, Jennifer, keep going. Be brilliant. Have the strength and courage to break away, is what I'm getting. Be brilliant. Shine. It's okay. Thanks for your question, April, and your donation. Okay, April. Sri Lanka's not doable. Costa Rica. Costa Rica. That's interesting because last time you asked me, I was thinking somewhere around there. It wasn't particularly Costa Rica, but um, I don't know. You see, I've never been there, that part of the world, but that was the part of the world that I was being drawn to. I don't know because someone popped into my head after you asked your question, and I didn't mention it on here, but it's someone that was here, and now she was here on the island for most of the COVID stuff, and then she went back. She's American, but she went back. She went to Nicaragua. He's on an island there. She popped into my mind last time you were asking your questions, and so I was thinking, oh, maybe it's that part of the world, you know. Rest and overwhelming. Okay. Cleanse and I'm appreciated. I would settle into it, take a rest. April, don't make that decision now. It seems to be, yeah, I think the right place will come to you. It's interesting. The rest and overwhelming here. It's like your higher self says, not now, not now. Your higher self will feed it to you when the time is right. If you take a break from it, trying to decide, your higher self is just going to put it in front of you. But that was my feeling, is it's somewhere around there. But cleanse and I'm appreciated. You're welcome, Jennifer. Claire, do you ever have a reading? I listen to my own readings, the videos. They hit me personally. Well, if I do readings for myself, it's difficult because when we try, and any reader will say it, if you try and read for yourself, then you try and read into it what you want to read into it. It's very hard to give a straight reading for yourself. And do I get readings from other people? Yeah, sometimes, but I've not found them to be particularly good. I've had a couple of readings lately, maybe a few months ago, and a lot of people pick up on my old energy, like stuff about my life, not telling me anything. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I know. Like it's impressive that you pick up on my life thus far, but it's a strong energy. It's a powerful story. But I already know that. I don't want to, I don't want to get a reading to be told who I am and what I've lived. It's like I know myself. So I do. But you know what I'm having at the moment is a tiara made, designed for me. I'm getting a crown made. And I'm a bit taken aback because she sent me through the design. She intuitively designed it for me. And I was a bit taken aback because it is very, very feminine. And I wasn't expecting that. So I'm going to have a look at it again today. I am going to get one of Anique's readings, though, that she does a huge, whatever it is, Katie was telling me about. I am going to get one of those done. So yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm disappointed by them. Sometimes I've got to really pick and choose who I get them from. Like, I don't just get them from anyone. But yeah, sometimes I do. I'm going to make another coffee. And then I'll get the next tarot card out. So if anyone else wants a mini read, just look at that pinned comment. Oops. Spilt the cream. So the mini reads are by donation using Super Chat Super Sticker, or there's a PayPal link in the pinned comments. And if you've got a question for your higher self, you can put it in the comments, but put a Q in front of it, a big Q, so I can find it easy. Sometimes when readers pick up on past things from me, haven't fully resolved or processed the issue. I know it's just like, oh, you had a terrible childhood, oh, you healed from it, oh, now you help people. Well, yeah. I know, right? Deserve a crown. I got excited when I heard about this lady that does them. Totally. Totally. Let's get another tarot card out. We're on the Kettle's boiling. Queen of Swords. King of Cups. Right. The Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. Hang on, coffee, and I'll come back and tell you about those. I'm changing too to feel change. I feel a lot of change at the moment. Yeah, I've been guided to make a lot of change. Breaking free from our patterns. Nothing much, just been told to get ready. Something big's coming. So I've been doing that last couple of weeks especially. Lots of letting go. Freeing up my time. Had to make changes in my business as well as personal life to give me more time to alleviate some of the stress, from having my business be so successful now that I'm just having to do things differently, so I don't get stressed out. Namely, turning notifications off on my phone, and because I'm getting so many emails and direct messages and messages from my Facebook pages. So yeah, I've got a lot of change going on, and it's nice. It's like giving myself permission not to look at messages anymore, just not to deal with them anymore. I don't have to look at and read everything. I don't have to reply to everything, although I had that one before. But the new thing is I don't need to look at everything. It's interesting. I was talking to Boo about it yesterday, because he does that anyway. I've noticed he does that anyway. He doesn't always look at my messages, doesn't always look at other people's messages, often doesn't reply, sometimes replies. And he's like, yeah, you're allowed not to read stuff. We don't owe other people our time and stuff. And when you get busier, it just gets too stressful to respond to everything and read everything. I wouldn't do anything else, and then it's such a waste of my energy. So it's just a different way of looking at things. So yeah, I've got a lot of change going on at the moment. Queen of Swords, self-reliant and perceptive. She's got strong boundaries as well, this Queen of Swords. She's self-reliant and perceptive. Clarity. She's got clarity. And she's out with the King of Cups. Like, how often are we getting the King of Cups now? The King's got to get into his heart. It's interesting what he's got on his throat chakra there, a third eye, and the wings there, like an angel helping him to open his mouth, his throat, speak his truth. And it says integrity and stability. And it gets into his heart. She's becoming self-reliant, perceptive, standing in her truth. He's getting into his heart, integrity and stability from the masculine there, and something about speaking out. Getting ready to speak out his truth. Yes, it's about time the masculine speaks, right? It's about time the masculine speaks. It's about time that they spoke to each other and started sharing the emotional stuff to each other instead of heaping it onto women. Um, they'd get so much stronger. Men would get so much stronger if they did that. Yeah. Palm reader. Okay, more cards. Let's get these. Oh, hang on a minute. Emails come through. Oh, it's from April, but it's a deeper dive read. Thank you. Yeah, I do want to get one of those, whatever it is that Anik does. I can't remember what it's called now. It's something. It's some astrological thing, but it's a Mayan astrological kind of reading. I don't know. Takes all day apparently or something, half a day. I'm going to get that done. I'm going to set that up maybe for next weekend or something. I don't know. So much to do. I do want to get that done. I've known that she's done those for a long time, but I've never felt the pull to get it done. Now I do. We got the dog out first. Protection from a powerful friend. Allies. I'm feeling that that's a spiritual thing. Spiritual allies. We're being protected. Our path is being protected. We can go wrong on our path. We can. We can decide not to bother. We can take no action. We can turn away from it, not do the inner work, that kind of stuff. We can give in to our fears. We can not take action. But if we are moving forward, no matter how gingerly we move forward on that path, it is being protected for us. So the universe is working overtime on us right now to try and move us forward on these paths. It obviously wants us to do something, because all those cards are like saying, like, things are happening now, move forward, move forward. We've got new directions, but we need to come from this place of being calm, restored, ready. Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Yeah, like I was just saying, we can opt out of it. We can not take action, right? If I didn't take action, if I didn't do all the work that I did, my business wouldn't be what it is. This channel wouldn't be what it is. And the effort does need to be made. It just wouldn't happen if I got lazy, right? And this is saying, yeah, effort needs to be made. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. There's much more to be done. My much more to be done is to streamline things so that I'm restored, so that I can take it to the next level, you know. It's always the way in business. Got to streamline it, make it easier for the growth to happen. Protection's amazingly strong. Increase your efforts. You know, maybe the boot is like a kick up the ass. Maybe some people need a kick up the ass to do things. Fear can like just stop us, can't it, from taking action, and we just don't do anything. Aunt had been through the menopause. This lady told her she was pregnant. She was. Wow. Yeah, maybe you need to kick up the ass to do stuff. Push past your fears. It's always fears that hold us back. No, I've just been told that's not true. Sometimes it's fears that hold us back. Sometimes it's overwhelm. So, well, that's a fear as well, I guess. Overwhelm meaning I could look at this card, right, and if I didn't know any better, which card? Increasing efforts. If I didn't know any better, I could think, I would think, oh no, I can't do even more. Like I already can't handle all of the DMs and all of the emails and stuff. I can't grow it anymore. I can't do more, and then give up, right? But I know better than that. I know better than that, that what it's asking me to do, increase my efforts, is to streamline so that I can increase my efforts. It's not about me expending more energy. I'm already expending my energy. It's about doing it smarter, being able to reach more people and that. So sometimes it's overwhelm, that it's not, well, I guess it's a fear too. Going out. I guess that's a fear too, but sometimes it's overwhelmed that because we're not being smart about it, we're not aware of what that means, you know? Mm. So, increasing efforts, if that makes you feel scared, if that makes you say, oh, I'm already doing so much already, I'm already out of balance, it's like, well, increasing your efforts means get into balance then. Put your effort in getting into balance. Yeah. Get another one out. Could everyone click like on this video, please? Yeah, I remembered. How many likes have we got right now? We have, oh, it doesn't say. Yes, it does. 13. Itchy nose. Channeling itchy nose. Fox. Shrewdness, resourcefulness, especially in business. That's what I was just saying. Sometimes it's this. Sometimes it's feeling out of balance, and then that overwhelms you, and it's like, I can't take more action. And what you need is actually shrewdness and resourcefulness. Is something new for you to learn, especially in business. It's what I've learned, especially in business. It's amazing being an entrepreneur because you learn so much about yourself. It's like one of the best, for me, one of the best self-growth paths possible, being an entrepreneur. So shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business, not it's getting ourselves into balance and learning more, learning more. Thank you so much. Your likes. Right, now we have October. What the hell is going on in October? What about October? Why do we need to know about October? Getting a helping hand. Interesting. Assistance and guidance. Maybe maybe in October is when that help's going to come in. Maybe I'll be employing someone in October in need of help, assistance, and guidance. There's going to be more change that comes in October. Period of frustration, lessons to be learned, hitting brick walls, and it's about this that I've just been talking about. It's about moving forward, taking more action, and that's not necessarily more action. It's sometimes smarter action, learning something, learning how to get balanced, learning what you need to do to get more out of the stuff that you do. Hey, Felicia. Yeah, the mini reads, if you read the pinned comment, it's by donation. So if you click the super chat or the super sticker, or there's a PayPal link in the pinned comment there. And if you've got a question for your higher self, you can just get general guidance from your higher self. But if you've got a question, put a Q in front of your comment so that I can find it easy. It's all there in that pinned comment anyway, what to do. It was 16 before Tim and I clicked. Was it? 18 now. Thanks, everybody. Yes. Look at this. Ag. Success is assured with good plans and hard work. Good plans and hard work. Not just hard work, but good plans first. Right work. Not just more effort, any effort. Not more effort and any effort that depletes you. It's not asking us to get more out of balance. Definitely not, right? The first card out was time to restore. It's like getting to balance. We've got the renewal and the new directions. Success is assured with good plans and hard work. Oh no, you just changed currency again. Write it down this time when you find out what you did, Maria. I wonder why it does that. That's weird, isn't it? The shark. Thanks, Arabella. The shark. Take care or there'll be a loss of material wealth. Gotta have good planning, especially if you're in business. Good planning so that you take the right action. Because be careful. This is saying to me that if you carry on doing what you've been doing, you're not going to get what you got. It's going to go down. That's what this is saying to me. So your results might wane. If your results are waning, this is saying take heed of this. You need that good planning as well as hard work, and then you'll step into that luck. Great good fortune. See, it'll change completely. This is when abundance wanes. It's like a nudge to do something different, to change up what you've been doing, to be wiser. And then it comes good again, along with more happiness too. It feels to me like the path that we're being pushed onto now is really good things. It's like time to step up. Arabella, ready to heal and embrace the unknown. Awesome. Good job. Right. Well, that's good to hear because this is what your higher self says back to that, Arabella. Be supportive and reach out so you can help people. There's a way in which you can help people. And it's okay to ask. It's not okay to push our help onto others, unsolicited advice. And I've noticed that there's a lot of that going around lately, unsolicited advice, when you try and tell someone something they haven't asked. But what you can do is you can offer that help. It's very different saying, I provide readings, maybe I could help you with that, than me doing a reading for someone saying, oh, I see you have this problem here, this is what, that's it's judgment if I were to do that. But if I just say, I can do readings, I could help you with that, and just leave it open, the offer. So there's a way that in which you can help people, Arabella. It's just saying reach out and offer it. Yes, but not in that judgment way. Interesting. So in the judgment way, do you understand the difference between that? So I could um, bump into someone and say, oh, I see that you have this problem, and then tell them, oh, yeah, it looks like codependency, and then give them my advice. That's unsolicited advice. That's judgment, right? It's never taken well. That's not reaching out and helping people. Reaching out and helping people in the non-judgment way is, if you need some help, I can do readings and stuff. That's the non-judgmental way. And so maybe in the past, you've been turned off from being supportive or offering whatever help it is that you can offer because you were doing it in that judgment way without realizing it. Maybe. Time to try again, but just offer what it is that you do. What do you do? Helping people in some kind of way. Suzanne, how much longer alone? Your high self isn't going to tell me that, but it's going to tell me. Reconnection successful. I think it'll be back. So, how much longer alone, Suzanne? You kind of close down energetically to relationships at the moment. It might feel like you're open to it, but I've got this feeling that you think, be supportive. Don't think that you need to get into that toxic masculine or the toxic feminine, come to think of it. I might as well turn my phone off because it's disconnected from Wi-Fi. Right. Now it's connected to Wi-Fi. There we go. And then I can tell whether I'm online. So that's the guidance for your current plans. Hopefully it fits into that. Freezing in and out. Yeah, but you're always telling me like 10 seconds afterward. So because of the delay, so it's not that helpful. There's Wi-Fi. I'm on. Do I need to say it again, Suzanne? Deepta, did you get yours? Missed all of it. Okay, let's do it again then. So, Suzanne, it's kind of complicated as well. First cards out you got were meditate and sex. So you're kind of closed down to relationships at the moment. You might not realize that. And it's because you think that you need to settle for less than what it is that you want. This is saying that you've got beliefs around sex, that you can't have what it is that you want, or people are all about sex or something. There's something that you're not realizing that you can have everything that you want, you can have it all. So challenge your excuses. I said this in the weekly read for all signs. This is what we've got to do. We've got to challenge our excuses, your excuses of why you can't have that relationship. That's what it's saying. Meditate on that, and it's got something to do with sex. So trust myself and one step at a time. Yes, it's going to be a slow process. That's why it's taking ages. You're taking ages to examine what these beliefs are that are keeping you from those relationships that you want. That's what yours is. Third time I can say it even clearer than I said it the first and the second time. All right, Deepta, and this was yours. Respect and innocent. This is saying whatever these plans are that you're moving forward on, Deepta, stay in that innocent, doing things the way that you do it. You don't need to go into the toxic masculine or the toxic feminine. You know how I've been saying the toxic masculine has been really rewarded, as has the toxic feminine in a way, not as much as the toxic masculine. So if you think, oh, with these plans that I'm moving forward on, I need to get into that control thing, or I need to do it this way, or you don't need to. Just respect your innocence and do it in your own way. And then you've got be supportive and wait. This is put it out there and then wait. This is like give something out first, and so that people want it, and then wait. So I don't know what your plans are, but there's something about that, you know. It's a good way. So if we're talking about marketing something here, I don't know, I always have to apply it to what I know. I'm talking about marketing here. Respecting my innocence, I would just keep on doing my thing and putting it out there rather than, you know, buying into the, oh, I need to put triggers in there, you know, into the marketing and stuff like that, clickbait and things like that. That's so toxic masculine kind of stuff, and toxic feminine as well, which is that manipulation stuff. I would just keep on doing my work and putting it out there in the way that I do. So be supportive. This is like do something for someone, let them see what it is that you're doing, then wait. It's that giving thing before. Yeah. Gabe, thank you for your donation, Gabe. What does your higher self want to tell you? Ah, interesting. This is about um, not wanting to appear vulnerable. But it's not so much, it's not wanting to appear vulnerable. It's about other people and what they think, how they might perceive you. It's not about how you're feeling. This isn't a fear of vulnerability. This is a fear of appearing vulnerable. Mm. Don't want to be seen to be vulnerable. Can we do about that? Relationships. Camera's lagging severely. I'm still holding up the other cards. I need to stop it and start it again. I need to see what I'm doing when I'm working, not what I did, but what I'm doing. Right. I've got a lot of crap open on my phone. Here we go. There we go, we're back. So Gabe, next cards out you've got are self-love and lovers. This is what it's about. That balance between self-love and lovers. Maybe you're good about being vulnerable with the self-love thing, but when it comes to lovers, you don't want to appear vulnerable to them. What I mean by that is maybe you're good at dealing with your things, introversion, introspection, that kind of thing, facing your vulnerabilities. But then when it comes to the external world, especially relationships, oh, it's so slow. My video is so slow. But when it comes to relationships, you don't want to appear as being vulnerable. Does that make sense to you? So it's just taking it that step further. Whatever it is that you're doing about vulnerability within yourself, within your self-love stuff, now try do it with other people. It's okay to appear vulnerable. It's okay to let people see who you really are. That's Gabe. Thanks, Heather. Will my silence and not speaking ill of someone in my life be rewarded, or is it all for nothing? Oh, it will be rewarded, Heather, because when we do the right thing, it doesn't matter whether anyone else notices. The universe has got it. And, if we don't do that, we get karma. If we do that, we get karma, positive karma. But let's see what your higher self has to say about it. Now, also, that's in the revenge perspective, Sometimes there is time to speak up and not take action, but we've got to use our inner wisdom as to which it is. Sometimes we are not dishing out karma, but we are playing our part in that, and being quiet isn't the right thing to do. Sometimes people need to have their consequences, and we need to be part of that. You've got to feel, Heather, whether it's hurting you to hold it in or not. That's what I've noticed, is should I speak out or not? I never get to the point of revenge. I don't want to have revenge on people. So if it's anger that I've got inside of me, I don't act on that. No, that's not true, you see, because sometimes anger does need to be responded to. Yeah, it's tricky, but you've got to find that out within yourself. But anyway, let's see what your higher self has to say. Mm, mm. Heather, feel it and I'm heard. Okay. Silence. Now, this isn't about speaking ill of someone, Heather, but there's someone to speak out to. Not to everyone else. Not complaining to everyone else about them. But you're feeling something and it's hurting you right now. And you need to be heard. You need to speak out about it. I thought this might be the case. As I said, be careful not to do it in a vengeful way. So don't do it when you're that emotional. But this is saying you need to feel your feelings. And then when you get to that point of not the point of when you don't feel it anymore, because that's just suppression. You need to be heard about this. So I would say wait until you calm down a little about it. And then you do need to speak up about it, not to others, not complain about them to others, but to them directly. Because otherwise we just hurt ourselves, right? I put this meme up on Facebook the other day, and it's like this little bird kicking another bird off the seed perch or something. I can't remember what it said on that meme, but someone said that's not a very peaceful approach. And it's like, well, it is when it's your peace. You've got to think about that. Some people have that so wrong, like, oh, the peaceful thing is about everyone else's peace and not mine. But if we're destroying ourselves inside, shouldering the pain of something that someone else has done wrong, and then we shoulder that, and then we feel bad and we internalize it and push it down, that's not good. That's not inner peace. We don't need to take the hit. We don't need to jump on a grenade for someone else that someone else threw. We need to know when it's right to speak out in a way that we don't store up karma for ourselves, right? And so if you started to talk like about them to other people, that's in a bad way, right? And that's going to store karma up for yourself. So anyway, right now you're transforming. You're feeling it and you're transforming and you're getting to that point of clarity to be able to speak out. You will. You'll feel it in the future when you speak, when it's ready, when it's time to speak out. You're going to feel a clarity about that. And it will be directly to them, not about them to other people. So that's it. Interesting. Appearing vulnerable. Don't know how to show it to others. There you go. That's your next step, Gabe. No rush, you know. As well, situations may require we speak out for others that aren't able to speak out for themselves. That's it. You've got to be, um, you've got to advocate for other people, right? That's what that is. But you've also got to advocate for yourself. And so many of us, especially women, have been taught not to do that. Is taught to take the blow. Like, shut up, be quiet, take the blow yourself. You're good at emotions. Take the blow for whatever men are doing, or something like that. We've been taught. Angel, I'm not interested in dating. You seem really simple. I don't know. I kind of date people that have got some intelligence and like will come into my lives. Well, I don't date people that come into my lives, but someone that actually brings something to my life. But look at your comments. You seem really simple. Not someone that I'd go out with at all. Maybe work on yourself a little bit if you would want to offer something of quality. I don't know, just an idea. I truly have no revenge in my heart. Yeah, that's good. But maybe you are questioning yourself of whether it would be manageable to actually speak. Courage. Having courage. Remember, we're talking about this path, this new path that we're setting off on now. Lots of changes going on. Got to take the reins there. Leave things behind and take the reins. Move forward. Stormy seas there, but have courage. You know how I was saying about that Ten of Swords that came out, first of all? How other people might not like it when we're moving forward, but still have courage. That's what the stormy seas are. Why is my microphone going ping in my ear? Be courageous and step forward, especially if it's something new, towards something new that you're moving toward that. Okay. Power. Absolutely. Standing in our power. That truth that we know we're going to move forward with. Using our courage and our power to move forward on that direction that we need to go in. We know we need to go in. It is going to take a lot of strength, but it's inner strength that it's going to take. Yeah, I get some very strong energy about this, about feminine power. Not just women, feminine. The feminine in all of us. The feminine power really coming to the forefront now. You know, it's like my conversation with my ex the other day. And he's saying, how come women are the ones that are looking after men now? What's going on? What's going on? And I said, it's because we have been disadvantaged for so long that we've had to work on ourselves. And truly the masculine has been disadvantaged because they've been advantaged so much. It's been so easy for them. So what happens? COVID hits. Women are like, I'm good. It's always been hard. It's always been hard for us women. We've always been disadvantaged. So we carry on. And then suddenly the men crumble, or the masculine crumbles, because not privileged anymore. Now it's hard. It's never been hard before. It's just been easy before. I'm not saying that everyone is experiencing this, but it's a huge generalization. But this is the shift. And this is when that feminine power, that feminine courage really comes forward, you know. Yeah. You've got solitude, peace, solitude. A beautiful picture. Yeah, sometimes we need to be alone, right? Sometimes we need to be alone to restore our energy. So a lot of power and courage, and then a retreat back to ourselves. The powerful feminine. Oh, look, we've got happiness on the bottom. Yay! I'm just going to plug my MacBook in. It's running out of power. Maybe that's what it was ding-donging me for. I don't know. The microphone sometimes pings. You know, like when I've got notifications for something, but nothing popped up on the screen. I don't know what it was. But I need some power. There we go. Got some power now. The card hit hard. Which one, Heather? The solitude, the power, the courage. Courage in stormy seas. Let's get some of this one out. For some reason, my camera's jumping. It's not smooth at all. Even from my camera to my laptop. Got my frizzy hair. It's what my hair does when I leave it to just dry by itself. Frizz. Loyal heart. Loyal heart. King and Queen Owl. Loyal heart. Being loyal to our own hearts first, and then we bring that loyalty through. This energy is calling to be like a 100% honest, 100% yourself, putting yourself out there in the world, 100%. No more just going along with the way other people communicate or see things or whatever. Being 100% ourselves, 100% authentic and in integrity, right? That's being loyal to yourself, loyal heart, being loyal to yourself. And it's almost like we've got to get to that level of integrity, not just doing things to protect ourselves so that other people aren't triggered or so that other people don't think we're different, so that we can kind of fit in. That's the way we've been living for a long time now. This is like be 100% authentic and out there now as you are, being loyal to yourself. And then your king or your queen comes in that's doing that. It's interesting, the keys that are up there. See, there's 2 keys on that bunting that's above them. It's like they find the keys to themselves in the way. Yeah, their own courage, the courage that's inside of them. To be loyal to themselves and to put themselves out there. And that's the key. And then they turn around and it's like, oh, you're right there. You're right behind me. Doing the same thing. You know, like I've been saying, the twin flame thing. It takes a hell of a lot to come together with your twin flame, a hell of a lot of alignment and integrity and everything. And it just ain't true with all those people out there saying, oh, I'm with my twin flame. But I mean, you can just tell by the things that they're saying, that the way that they're living, they're not in integrity, they're not in alignment. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying they're that far off it either. But it takes a massive amount of inner work and integrity and shadow work and all of it, you know, to get to this point, to get to the twin flame point. And so there's not many people at all. But you sort your own, you've got your own key there, and then suddenly they're right there behind you. And there's no managing it. What I mean by that is there's nothing you can do in the outside world to get it. There's no way that you can convince them or try and work on their stuff or get them to work on their stuff, because it's not about that. You've got to find your own key yourself, and it's all in that, being loyal to yourself, 100% authentic. A lot of kids are seeing that dads sit in front of TV all day and eat while mum has to work all day, come home, run the household. Yeah, totally. I mean, it's always been that way, right? Since I've been alive. Crazy. Like women are the slaves. But it's made us very strong. Yeah, it's that strange contradiction, isn't it? It seems like the men have been privileged, but it's no privilege at all. It's hindered them, and the women's hindrances have caused us to be really strong. So the loyal heart. I'm getting so much from this card today. So they're finding their own keys to themselves, being in integrity, and then suddenly they turn around. It's like, oh, you're right there. Twin is right there behind you. From the egg. Both sat on the egg there. The egg's got like a heart-shaped door opened on it. Already in that king energy, in that queen energy. Maybe this is why I'm getting a crown made up now. Yeah. Finding our own keys first. Two whole people coming together. Oh, I think I said that in the energy update. Two whole people coming together. That's what you want. Relationships. Happy, happy on the bottom of the deck. It's like the dolphins one, the happiness card on the other. It's not coming out though. Those cards aren't coming out. They're just being on the bottom of the deck. Got thinker. It's set up against both of us, but it's set up right for us to learn. Come into balance. Got to come together. That's the importance of the twin flames, right? The twin flames will be finding that integrity within themselves, coming together, and then that's where change is going to come about, to get this balance between the masculine and feminine, for us to finally figure out what divine masculine and what divine feminine is. So right now we're thinking too much about it now. Thinking too much about the external. So it's like, oh, how can I get more money? How can I get my business? How can I get my partner? How can I get my twin flame back? How can I get them back in union? How can I have this reconciliation? It's just a big waste of time thinking about those external things. We've got to find those internal keys, because it all works out. Like I said, you can tell if someone's not in alignment because they've got stuff that isn't working out in their lives. So there's no point in focusing on what's not working out in our lives. Just focus on getting into alignment. And it's all about being loyal to yourself and being 100% authentic. That's where we get the clues. To the sea, time for movement. We know which way to go. We know which way to go. And it's temporary. This movement is temporary. It's not like it's going to last a long time. But the hard work has been done for many, many, many years. We've been doing the hard work. This portion of the journey is not going to take a long time. Look, she's in a paper boat there. She doesn't want to focus. It's because of the flowers. The camera is mesmerized by the flowers. So she's in a paper boat. It's not going to take long, this journey. But we've got to make those movements now. Hard work has been done. That's it. Both twin flames have to be responsible to themselves, do their own work. They won't get there. That's it. And some aren't going to make it. Set up against both of you. It's not set up against both. It's allowing us to, it's giving us the challenge. We don't grow unless we've got challenges. It's just different kind of challenges. No place like home. Coming back to home within ourselves. Camera's not very happy. It's just jumping and jumping. Maybe if I wanted to see what was in there and I can't see it. Maybe if I start again. No, it's still jumping. I'm just going to stop this software. Okay. No, it's still bad. It's still bad. Never mind. I'll just have to put up with it. You drove your kids to school, went to work, picked them up from school, cooked. Yeah. All your ex did was take care of himself. You allowed it, right? And it's quite a shock when we realise that, right? What we were allowing. Yeah. Yep. But we're programmed to do that, right? We're conditioned to do that. We see it, we do it. So, no place like home, coming home to ourselves. Still want to look at that moon kind of thing, which is a shell. It's up in the air, though. This home is up in the air. A place like home, coming home to ourselves. What else shall I get out? Fairies. It might be a bit tricky. I mean, because of the camera, these cards got tiny writing on them, and the camera's not playing. For some reason, the camera's not playing today. It's probably Wi-Fi slow. The insides feel like the camera, do they? Shine from within. I probably just have to read it off the card and then show you. Shine from within. Look around your skin deep. True beauty shines from within. It's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. True beauty, yeah, being authentic, shining. Wow. That innocence there and being true to ourselves. Cool, huh? Shine from within. I need a pee break. Thanks, Maria. If you've got a question, Maria, pop it up. I need a pee break right now. I'll leave the microphone here. I'll be right back. So, shining from within. Let's just make sure I'm still on properly. Yes, it's still on. Microphone. Beautiful. Did you remember what you did this time you changed your currency, Maria? Twin flame needs to be balanced or it becomes unbalanced, yeah. That's funny, Christine. You bake when you're stressed. I'm not a baker at all. You're 3 cakes stressed. Any guidance for this week? Sure. To boot, he would come home and need to decompress. Yeah, feeling left out. It's weird, isn't it? I mean, it's weird. It's weird when they need to decompress when they've been doing so little, just going to work. It's kind of easy going to work, isn't it? Compared to the rest of it. Anyway, Maria, this week, interesting. Getting support for your brilliance. Learning from someone else is what I'm getting from this. Getting support. A coach or something like that. Someone, a mentor, someone that's gone before you, someone who's done something like that. Getting support. Of course, we don't need to redesign the wheel, do we? We can get help from those that have been before us that have designed that wheel. You know, if we want a new vehicle, we don't have to go and design our own one and do it in our own way. We can just buy one from someone that makes them work. This week it's all about work for you, Maria, and getting what you want from the work. So get help. That's what I'm saying. Learn from somewhere else. Get help. My children said to me the most they've seen of the father growing up was the back of his head. Damn. People on their phones now, isn't it? So annoying. Can literally be in front of people and they're just on their phone and then I walk away. It's like, oh, well, they weren't there. They were there, but they weren't there. They were just on the phone, just sat like this. I can't do it. It's like another reason that I've turned my notifications off now on my phone. Because I can't stand that. I mean, I don't do that anyway. It's very rare that I'll be on the phone if I'm with other people. I put it away. But so many people are on the phone all the time now. It's so rude. But now, when was it? Not yesterday, the day before in the morning, I just felt really happy. And I thought to myself, why am I feeling really relaxed and really happy? What is it? And I realized it's because I switched notifications off on my phone. And I hadn't even been on Messenger to look. I think I'd been on Facebook to post something business-wise, but I don't think I even looked at the notifications there because it's got the little, the number of the notification you've got. It's always set at 9+ for me. And suddenly I felt the relief of that. It's like, it's because I've not checked anything. It's because I'm not a slave to that phone anymore. It made me feel so happy. Right? It made me feel so happy. Learning to do shadow work. It can be a little bit much, can't it, when you start it? I'm going to make more coffee. Maria, having a phone call on Tuesday from business support. Oh, wow, that's good. Yes. I think you've got more than that as well. It's all about work this week for you, Maria, totally. But I think there's more support you can get. Keep on reaching out to people and get them to help you. It could be just like just like mentioning to someone what you're doing. And then, someone could just give you like one word of advice. It's like, oh, well, remember this. Remember to do this. And, it could make all the difference to getting that help. I did it. I did it the other day too. Last week when I realized everything was getting a little bit too much for me with emails and direct messages and everything, I asked some of my business entrepreneur groups that I'm in on Facebook what they did when the business got to the point where they couldn't deal with the amount of emails and DMs that were coming in. And just got some short, quick replies from a few people that really helped. Some didn't help. Some were saying like, employ someone to do it all for you. And it didn't feel right to me that felt like not tackling the problem. It's like, what do you do when your house is on fire? Employ someone to keep on patting down the flames. And I'm like, that doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel right. And then some people came back to me with okay, this is what you do. You turn your notifications off. You tell yourself it's okay not to reply to everything and not even to read everything. You're more selective. You go on like when you want to go on to check it. So have a new rule for yourself, like maybe once or twice a day to go and check your email or go and check your you know, like really, really good advice like that. And that's what I started doing. I'm like, yes, that sounds right to me. Fine must be masculine. It's crazy how that was the status quo for males to go to work and come home and wait on women to take care of their ass. It's bizarre, isn't it? Yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm brilliant with the phone. I mean, I'm sure I do that, sit on my phone sometimes when I'm with other people. Remember when I was younger, I literally got kicked out of the kitchen because I wanted to make a sandwich. That's it. And women have been complicit in it. Absolutely. Yeah, taking it on and defended it in a way. Mm. Yeah, I used to see that in my mum, complaining about it. Oh, why do I have to do anything? And then as soon as you try and step in, they're like, oh, no. You called a nag if you asked for help. Wow. Yeah, and we shouldn't even have to ask for help, right? Because it's not our responsibility in the first place. There's adults living in the house. Everyone should be chipping in. It's um it's not like that in Thailand, right? It's not. They all chip in. It's not the women that do everything. It's in a little bit the opposite in a way. Guys take care of the women. It's equal, in fact, is what it is. Hi, Leanne. So let's get some more cards out. Oh, animals. Animals. And I'm going to do the unknown. What's it called? There's a round one. Secret unknown. I don't know. The hardest name to remember. Archetypes. Wild unknown archetypes. This one. I'm going to get some of these out too. Wild Unknown Archetypes by Kim Kranz. Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. You know how I had that thinking card before? I said it's about not overthinking things, not thinking about the external stuff that's going on. So when we're out of alignment, stuff goes on in our lives. Things go wrong. We're not getting the money that we want, the relationships that we want, have accidents, our health's not good. Like we just manifest a whole lot of crap. When we're in alignment, we don't. But this thinking card, use your mind wisely. We think about the crap stuff. We think about how can I fix this relationship? How can I fix my money? How can I fix these accidents? How can I fix my health? But that's the wrong way to look at it. We've got to look at fixing our alignment because everything else sorts itself out when we do that. And so use your mind wisely. It's focusing on the internal stuff, on your key. It's so tempting to focus on the external stuff. It's so tempting to shift responsibility, which is why in the weekly energy update for all signs, it's about confronting our excuses. And didn't we have that last week, or it was the week before as well? Confronting our excuses. It's the same kind of thing, using our mind to try and fix everyone else or everything else, the stuff that's outside of us. April, I'd work all day and then get yelled at if the house wasn't cleaned. Made no sense. Yeah, you're not two people. Bizarre, isn't it? What we've been living is bizarre. Yeah, you're meant to use magic, April. What are you doing? My youngest just told me today that her dad is like a 14-year-old boy. Yeah. Yep. Time to grow up. Sometimes life stings so that we learn from it. Those challenges are what makes us grow. So now it's the men's turn. to be challenged. My life stings. It's so we can grow. Interesting dynamics going on at the moment, the shift. We've also got Otter Spirit here, which reminded me a lot. See this heart with the two otters together there? You're never alone. It just reminds me of this. The heart there, the heart doors that are opening. When you turn around, you're like, oh, you're there. Focusing on ourselves, doing our own thing. Little do we know, our person is right behind us there because they're doing that same thing too. They're focused on themselves and doing their own thing. Seems to be a big call today, doesn't it, to focus on ourselves and our own stuff, not on everything else and everyone else outside of us. Because we're never alone, and that's how we find our person. Hope, carrots, carrots, hope. This is why we're being given hope. Keep on doing the inner work, keep on doing the inner work. You're going to get the stuff that you want on the outside. And we're like carrots and waiting, carrots and waiting. But then we were told over and over again, weren't we? We're waiting for ourselves, we're waiting for ourselves. And yeah, you've got to stop focusing on that external stuff. Hard to do. That's when it happens, though. It's like it's what I've noticed with abundance. I used to be so focused on it, and it never used to happen. It was only when I stopped the focus on it that it started happening for me, true abundance. Changing slowly. That's why women have to empower themselves and say no more and be advocates for ourselves. And it's hard because that's what we've been trained to be as a woman, you know. Breaking free of that, who are we then? So we've got the otter spirit. There's someone there for us. Doing the work, doing the work. Yeah, otters are great. So what are we doing? We're clearing up the clutter like the frog spirit here. Clearing out the clutter in ourselves and the clutter in our lives. Taking our focus off the crap that's in our lives and the externals because we can't change that. It's like trying to put out fires, you know, when there's still someone running around in our house with a lighter, setting a light to everything. Stop focusing on the external stuff. Oh, nice. You get to watch them. Gorgeous. Getting lost in sometimes. Toxic feminine is giving to others to our judgment. It is. Toxic feminine is also manipulation. Yeah. You know, when the feminine can use maybe a sexuality or is that manipulation? I see it. I see it in little kids. I see it here in little kids even. So there's a little boy and a little girl that I know, and the little boy will just I don't know they'll both be playing together, and he will do something which could be seen as playful, could be seen as being mean as well. And she starts crying. She starts crying to get her brother into trouble. She starts crying to get her dad's attention, and it works. And I'm like, wow, look at her. No, realizing that she's got this power, she's got this manipulative power, and she's totally learned to do that, right? That's toxic feminine, that manipulation that I'm talking about. It shows up in all kinds of ways, all ages, all kinds of ways. Toxic masculine is control, it's been pushed. It's like the narcissistic thing to the extreme. It's, yeah, what else? So when we look at things like, say, marketing, like we've got a lot, it's at the extreme at the moment, the toxic stuff in marketing. So if you think about all the fake news and stuff and people making money from YouTube, right? Um, using clickbait, emotive manipulation is clickbait, right? So that's the toxic feminine right there. And the toxic masculine comes out in these all the nonsense stuff that we have out there now, which is detrimental to other people. It's detrimental to ourselves. Like, just think of the pharmaceutical companies and the food companies that are just making junk and then paying people off to say that it's healthy and that we should actually have that instead of real food, and just stuff like that. That's toxic masculine in there, and then they sell it using the toxic feminine emotive things to manipulate them. Right? It's all in there. Wow. So that's what I've noticed about it. There's probably other parts of the toxic feminine, toxic masculine. But I don't think we have a clue of what the divine is in either of them. I don't think we've experienced it yet. Turkey spirit, giving with gratitude and grace. True giving. True giving isn't taking care of everyone and doing it all. True giving is just when you have so much, you have so plenty in yourself and you want to share it with someone else. You don't need to share it with someone else. You don't need to do it for someone else, but you want to. You want to give them a gift. You just do something for someone and give it, and there's no strings attached. Now, another part of the toxic feminine, it's not some when the feminine does for everyone like a slave, and there's resentment behind that. There's always going to be resentment behind that. That's the true feeling behind it, because you shouldn't be doing that, right? It's not fair. And so when you've got someone doing that, when there's a toxic feminine doing that, like not focused on themselves, doing everything for everyone else, then it's only when you break away from that and when you break away from them that they turn around and say, after all I did for you. And that's the resentment coming out, right? It's another part of the toxic feminine. You can't give with gratitude and grace. You can't give freely. It's not truly giving doing that. It's not giving. It's kind of a control thing. Thanks, Heather. So giving with gratitude and grace, we've really got to come to a place of fullness before we can even do that. And I think that a lot of us, especially women, have got into this place of putting up with and pushing down those feelings of resentment, because it's just always been like that since we were little girls. Being taught to take the load already as children, just because we're the feminine. Should we get another one out? And that's when you know that you're in balance, right? When you are in balance, not when you're in balance. When you are in balance is that when you can truly give a gift, and it's just truly giving from your heart. Now, whether someone can receive it is another thing. If they're not in balance themselves, they can't receive it. They'll try and push it away, or they'll think that there's resentment along with it, stuff like that. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. We're learning so much right now with everything that is in our lives. I told you, it's like the universe is ramping things up, really teaching us right now. Nothing is a coincidence right now. Really ramping things up, amping things up so that we see what it is that we're doing. Oh, Heather, I like your question. Isn't a person doing their internal work, or do they have that ability? I'm afraid I've given too much credit. Yes, I hear you. Because we do, don't we? We think. We look at people and we see the best in them, we see their potential. We don't see actually who they are. And that's enabling at its finest, isn't it? They don't need to do it because we're treating them as if they've already done it when they haven't. Ah, good question. Mm. Good question. Okay, soften and open and fear of lack. Wishful thinking. This is why we do it, isn't it? That wishful thinking. Because we fear it's not going to be there and we think, we go back to our awakening days, which is all about law of attraction and the magic happening. And we're like, well, if I just focus on them positively, then there will be that. No, they won't. They'll be themselves, won't they? Other people don't change just because of our focus. They are who they are. We can only change ourselves. So the fear of lack, where is that coming from? Not expecting it, not expecting there to be anybody that's doing it. Not expecting that there's anyone out there that's doing it. And so all we can do is just get together with whoever and hope. And if we focus on them strong enough that they're doing it, we can fool ourselves that they are. So, and open the fear of lack. Are there people out there doing the work? Yes, there are. There are. Do we have access to them at the moment? Well, look at all the cards that came out saying that we've been given all of these lessons. Maybe we can't find them until maybe we need the lessons around us. Maybe we need all those challenges around us. Maybe we haven't got access to the ones that are doing it because we need to find it within ourselves and we'd get complacent. The elastic on this bracelet is relaxing. Look at it. It's traveling down my arm. Just all of a sudden it started going. Anyway. So, there's a lot of information in this answer. So the fear of lack, is there anyone out there doing the work? It would appear not, because the universe has been holding them back from us. So that we do our work. And so this is why the carrots. This is why the carrots. We have to remain hopeful and stop. We've got to be open to there being that one out there, more than one. Plenty of people out there that are doing the work. And if we just focus on ourselves and do that work. But back to your question, Heather, is your person doing it? Your person is transforming, yeah. Your person is transforming. Are they up to speed with you? It's another thing. Were you? But they are transforming, and be grateful for that. It's like we're all helping each other, right? Triggering each other to help each other and leading people forward. But are they the ones that are going to do it all and match us? Who knows? And are we doing it all? Who knows? That's it. Yeah, you're right, Timothy. You have to do mine for you. Do mine for me, whether they do theirs or not. We've got to. And that's what we've been told. Stop focusing on the outside world because all we need to do is get in alignment. And we get out of alignment when we're focused on the outside world. And it's so hard not to do it because it seems like it's the stuff that's outside of us that's going wrong. But it's just the reflection of how we're not in alignment. It's not what's going wrong inside of us, it's just how we're out of alignment. Cool. Finding the soul family is probably one of the best coincidences we've all encountered. That's cool. It's so good for me too, doing this. So I love doing the work. Mm. Oh, good question. Wow. Hmm. Right, let's get some wild unknowns out. Yeah, I'm so glad I decided to do this and then stuck with it. This show in particular, and my videos too. It does help me so much, personally. Keeps me out of trouble as well. That's good, Heather. You can own that comfortably. Oh, we can hope, can't we? Oh, I see so much potential in my man. Or is it potential, or is he doing it? He's got such a pure heart. And he's so giving. He's so high vibe. But he avoids conflict. So he doesn't sort stuff out. Maybe he's sorting stuff out now, I don't know. Staying away from me while he does, that's for sure. But he's very motivated too. I don't know. I think he could be my person. It certainly felt very different with him. The mask. The mask. Revealing ourselves, being authentic, being 100% ourselves in the world now, not conforming just to fit in, go along with the way that people have been. Letting our freak flag fly, in a way, being different. And if we're on this path, that toxic stuff won't work for us anymore. Once we get to a certain level of awareness about it, we can't carry on. We can't say, oh, well, I'll just do, like with my YouTube channel, well, I'll just do a little bit more of that clickbait stuff. What did I do? And I did it in all innocence. I didn't do it for clickbait. What did I do? Oh, it was that when I was making the little TikTok things, which I don't do so much anymore because on TikTok they only show it to local people. They show Thai people. They're not my customers. It depends on your location of who they show it to, so it's not much use to me. But there was that one, and I didn't think about it at all because I was just living my life doing my own thing. Like I don't think about what I'm wearing that much. But I did one in my bikini out by the pool. Not trying to do it for clickbait, but I tell you what, it got a hell of a lot more engagement than anything else. And I was like, that's not the kind of engagement that I want. But you know what I mean? I could totally go into that toxic feminine and I could make my YouTube channel huge, but I don't want to. It's big enough. Even though the numbers aren't great, I mean, I'm already really, really busy. So. Feeling cleansed, that's good. So we're removing the mask and being 100% authentic in ourselves. I am more and more. I'm more comfortable in myself, being myself, and amongst anybody. It's interesting. I'm talking about. I had a massive talk with my ex. Oh, last night, the night before, and we're talking about enemies on the island. And I don't really have enemies. There's a couple of people that I don't like, and then there's some that don't like me. But it's just a jealousy thing. They don't really know me. The people that don't like me, it's just and it's women. They get jealous. I don't know. Used to watch my TikTok. But it wouldn't be shown to you, Maria. Do you know what I mean? The reach, the whole reason people use TikTok is to get for business is to get that reach. The only reach that I've got, the only new people that are showing my videos to. So unless you're clicking on the hashtags or you're looking for me, you're only going to see them if you're in Thailand. No point. And I know that because I go on and all I'm showing is Thai stuff, unless I followed somebody. April, as long as you discern, you avoid the lower vibers. That's it. Only let them in. They're always going to be around, right? The lower vibers, all kinds of people. Just got to recognize them. It's kind of scary to me now that I used to let everybody in, just everybody. I had no discernment at all. Just would love everyone exactly like my man. That's how he's been now. He's got no discernment. He's got such a big heart, but he's kind of clueless. He's me when I was that age, for sure. Mm. Okay, so we got the mask there, revealing ourselves, being fully authentic. And that means for the feminine, not just for the women, but those that are predominant in the feminine, it's about having self-reliance, being perceptive, discerning, yeah, cutting things out. Queen of Swords is the one that cuts things out, that says no. She's got that discernment. That's what it means for the feminine. What it means for the masculine is getting in the heart more. Integrity, stability, getting in the heart more, speaking out from the heart, speaking about their emotions. That's what that means. The people that you let go of come fluttering back out of nowhere. My TikTok came on your Facebook account. Yeah, because I promote it. But it's a lot of hard work. Like, I don't want to make work for myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm not promoting TikTok. Yeah, you can see it because I put it there. But I want things to work for me, not the other way around. It's a whole lot of work for nothing. They're not giving back. TikTok's not giving back. It's just because of my location. But there's no way to change it. You can't change your location. It's actually going on the location your phone is in. So. Like, YouTube works for me. It gives back. TikTok doesn't. Not for me in my location. Yeah. Timothy, yeah. You say, I'm sure you feel you're more helpful to us this way than the mass groups. Yeah, and it's workable for me as well. I don't want just anybody in here and on my YouTube channel. I want to repel the people that shouldn't be here, like that dude before. It's like, get the fuck out of here. You don't belong. I can feel it in their energy straight away. Very different to people just being cheeky. Some people that are high vibe are just really cheeky, like that kid that used to come in here ages ago, trying to get me to do armpit farts. He's like high vibe. Some people took offense to him, but I could feel, no, the energy's good. He belongs. But that one that showed up, nah. There's something I've learned through my years of being a highly attractive person to many people, is that I attract everything. It's like moth to a flame, right? And you learn to be really how to deal with those energies. Bummed out about loneliness. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Not loneliness, but being alone. The empty room. What's that? Why an empty room? Oh, an empty space, the void. Waiting to be filled. Waiting to be filled. Heart. Yeah, waiting to be filled. Open, receptive, ready for more, empowering ourselves, respecting ourselves. It's that self-love. Being an empty room, inviting, like the universe loves a void, doesn't it? We let go, we make some space. So say you let go of people that no longer serve you, that aren't good for you, toxic, all of that kind of stuff. We make space. Then with the empty room, and it can be filled with new. So working on our self-respect and empowering ourselves. Accept what is and friend as well. I'm asking about the empty room here. Yeah, friendships going out. Old friendships. And we don't have to label it toxic or whatever. It just can be, I'm moving on up to the next level now. Got to be the empty room to let the new in. I felt it, I felt it. Like my man is such a pure hearted thing. He's like me. And just some people that I have been friends with, I know who would be like, what the hell? He wouldn't want to hang out with them. And like, if he wouldn't, why would I? I got it really clearly. I'm classy. Thank you. I've got high standards for myself and for other people, but other people don't have to have those high standards. They just need to get the hell out of my life if they don't have them. If you know what I mean. So the empty room, allow the void, right? The unknown, the void. Allow ourselves to be empty for a while because the universe will fill it up with something better. Most people avoid the void, right? That's why people are on the phones all the time. Need other people in their lives all the time. Need something to be going on. Can't have the void. Scared of the void. Scared of the unknown. Scared of being the fool, stepping out into the unknown. Because the unknown is scary. But if we keep on doing it, we find it's not scary at all. In fact, that's when you get those benefits in, don't you? You get the better stuff in. So, what else apart from the empty room? The kiss. Again, I brought back to this romance thing. Someone's going to come in when we do that. Tell you, personally, I've been getting those messages lately, the last couple of weeks. It's right, get ready. Get ready. Get rid of all the stuff out of your life that isn't moving forward with you. Get ready now. The kiss. The union. And then where is it going to take us? Then a whole new path. When those twin flames come together, then, wow, so much more learning from it. So much more learning. Then we can find what that balance is, right? Together, and we've got to do it together. So we've got to do that work on ourselves first so that we can be in alignment and come together. Then we can do that work together to find what is the divine masculine and the divine feminine. How can we move this forward? How can we have like relationships that aren't master and servant like it's been? How does it work? How do we work together to empower both and be in our elements like both of us, That's it, Timothy. Not your circus, not your monkeys. Yeah, when you start, Gabe, when you start feeling alone, when you're with friends, right? That's when you know time to let go. Yes. So I'm interested when I'm finally ready to let my twin flame in. What goes on from there? What happens from there? Because you know what? It sure as hell isn't this stuff in the twin flame world. It's not that. It's not about runner and chaser. It's not about dysfunctional relationships. It's not about that. That's the learning on the way to it. Something beyond that. Maybe that's what I'm here for. Just keep on following my path and then teaching it to everyone else what I found out. And hopefully I'm not leading myself or anyone else astray. Well, I know I'm not leading myself astray because I get rewarded each time. It's alignment, right? I get rewarded each time. Oh no, it's breaking. That's why it's relaxed. Oh, I need to take that back to prana. It's breaking. Look, the elastic. I'll take it back to him and maybe buy myself a new bracelet. I really like this one as well. It's so sparkly, but it needs new elastic. Is the shadow dance ever done together? Who knows, Heather? We always need challenge, right, to be able to grow. So I presume that there's going to be challenges, but it's going to be new challenges now. That's what happens when you're in alignment. It's like, okay, abundance isn't challenging to me. It's not a problem anymore, but I still challenge myself with it. Do you know what I mean? And then it turns from trying to stop the crap, that kind of challenge, to getting to the next level. It's different. It's when you stop clearing up the crap in your life, when you get to a certain level of alignment, then you want to get even more in alignment. That's when it becomes co-creation, right? We get to that certain point where we want to push ourselves further and reach higher and find out more. It's like, that's what the twin flame journey is about. Well, how can we create better from here? Because we've experienced the crap. We've experienced the crap. We know what that's like. We don't want that anymore. This is why human beings are amazing, because this is what we do. We help evolution. We are evolving. We're always reaching for more and better. And anyone that thinks that human beings are the scourge of the earth and we're terrible and we're going backwards, it's not true. You're not seeing it clearly at all. We're evolving. We're evolving. Yeah. Going to work, Christine. Oh yeah, it's Monday morning. Me too. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna make some videos. Oh, what a shame. I can't wear that bracelet. Never mind. I keep it in my pocket so I remember to go and get it fixed. You just take it to the next level. It stops being healing and it starts becoming like self challenges to reach the next level. Being quiet and listening, Nina. Australia Day tomorrow, is it? Oh, there'll be parties here on the beach for that. Oh, stay clear of that. Almost went out on Saturday night, but didn't. I just did whatever we usually do, sit around and talking. So thanks everyone for coming along. Let's leave it right there. Excellent information today. I love it. See you, Christine. Good day at work. Loyal heart. Finding the keys to ourselves, and then we turn around and it's like, oh, there you are. I was here all along, right behind you. Doing the same thing as you were doing. Doing ourselves. Right? Focused on ourselves. Fast forward. Taking the reins of our life, fast forward. Not leaving stuff behind to get there. Unpainfully. Whew. Okay, see you all tomorrow. Thanks for your continued support. Crazy amount of resistance to evolving. Yeah? To change. It unsettles us human beings, doesn't it? We don't like change. So, see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Good night.